117 reasons to smile. Passive power. There you go. There's some passive power. All of it. I mean, just look at the package. 2, 1, go. What we're going to do is we're going to ride, we're going to talk about the torque, we're going to do some pulls from 30 miles an hour to 70, which is the sweet spot, and just give you guys who are looking or interested in this bike, or just moto enthusiasts in general, which most of you are if you're here, describe the feeling or the experience, because that's what 99% of riding the bike comes down to. You can look at all the numbers, you can look at all the price tags. How does it make you feel? 2024 Harley Davidson Breakout 117 Stage 1. Not sure how much riding we're going to get in because these guys look ominous. But let's talk about how it feels to ride the 117, the experience. Everybody can talk about the specs and stock out of the box. This 117 is 101 horsepower, 123 foot-pound of torque, and that 117 cubic inch translates into 1923 cc's. Now, this is a stage 1, so you can add 5 to 8% to those numbers. So, for argument's sake, let's just say this 105 horsepower, 130, 128 foot-pound of torque. Let's let that car get out in front of us. Nobody behind us. Alright, so second gear, right? 35 speed limit, that's what we're doing. I'm in fourth gear, just doing 53, 2600 RPMs. But the thing about this particular torque on this Breakout is that it's so immediate. It's just there, it's delivered. So this bike doesn't feel fast, it feels powerful, if that makes sense. And this bike has such a commanding road presence, right? From the slam stance, the bobbed back fender, the big 240 rear, the awesome 21-inch front wheel. It just has a really big road presence. Yet it glides around these corners fairly nimble for what it is. And we've talked about that in the other video. Now, as you know, we've had many comments on that video that this bike cannot corner. And again, that was from guys who are much higher level riding experts than me, so maybe they are dragging these. It's not me. So for them, maybe this bike doesn't do the trick, but for me, your everyday average weekend rider, fits the bill just fine. So if that's who you are and that's what you're looking to do, this bike could be for you. Look at all this road construction they're doing, all this drainage. So the nice thing about this bike is whether you're climbing a little hill like this here, you just give it a little quarter twist and it feels like somebody's shoving you in the back. I mean, it's just boom, it's there. So it's the experience of why I like riding this bike, is that grunty low-end torque, that is absolutely immediate. Now, have I ridden bikes that are faster? Absolutely. Have I ridden bikes more nimble? Absolutely. But there's something about the feel of the 117 and the Stage 1 that just gives you a little bit different connection with the road. So you tell me in the comments below what bike makes you have the deepest feel, the one that you like to ride the most. Now, I'm not saying this is the one I like to ride the most, but I do definitely enjoy it. And the bike I ride is determined by the mood I wake up on that day. You know? So, today was a little more, let's go for a cruise, and when we want to get that grunty torque to come on, we just twist that throttle kind of day, right? This is like an obstacle course back here. Look at these modern houses they're building for $3 million. Oh. Now the other thing about this, on this particular road, since it's all road construction, this thing is all chopped up. So it's testing the suspension for sure. You know, the smoothness, the effortlessness with which this bike just glides is very nice. Suspension, I find very adequate. I'm not going to say it's great, but it's good. Again, if you're going to tear me up in the comments and tell me that a BMW GS with electronic adjustable suspension is better, well, duh, you're right. No kidding, as it should be. But that cop just got over trying to get me to pass him. I'm not going to pass him. Look at that house. So it's just an effortless, smooth cruise, right? Yet, if you want to get into that spirited and give it a little quarter turn, it's available. So that's fourth gear, 86 in a nanosecond. Woo! You feel that? Did it come through the TV? The power. And it's immediate. And you guys know I'm a Triumph 3 Rocket owner, which is the biggest production engine they make, 2500 cc's, and that roll-on torque is ridiculous. But it's not immediate. It rolls on. This is immediate. That's the difference. So if you're trying to decide between those two bikes, you know, that's one of the biggest differences, in my opinion. Top rear fender and that rear tire. Look at that. You know, in the single front, so see, clear, you can see the whole wheel, whereas obviously you need brakes, so they have the single disc on the front. If you put a dual disc on this, you take away that whole look. And single disc has sufficient stopping power, so good job. Slow speed maneuvers on this. People think it's clumsy. I actually find it, you know, with a 25.3 inch seat height, very low to the ground, very low center of gravity. I find it very, very, very easy at low speeds. So often at red lights, depending on how long the light is, I can keep 2 feet up and just kind of work that friction zone and a little bit of preload on the throttle. Shout out Robert Simmons for the preload. Be the boss of your motorcycle. You can check him out. I can find that I can balance this extraordinarily well. That's the experience. You feel it? Alright, so hopefully you guys are hearing the exhaust. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut up and let you enjoy the sounds of the Breakout 117. sounds great, doesn't it? It just sounds powerful. The other thing I'll say, the stock mirrors on this bike. Good coverage. I gotta look a little bit past my shoulders, but nothing unreasonable. You know, if this bike was a song, it would be Limp Bizkit, rolling, 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 rolling. Now, I will say I just filled up with gas. Obviously, I used premium on this. That is the one biggest surprise that I've had since riding this bike. It's pretty efficient on fuel mileage, considering that I ride it not conservatively. So that was a surprise that a tank of gas does pretty darn good on this thing. So that's a big plus. So the Breakout is a very formidable machine. The 117 is just full of experience, low end torque. It is an awesome ride.